What is up, guys? Nichigo here, coming at you with another Dokkan Battle video, and today we are joined by Nanogenics from CultureCloud.
Hey Nichigo, glad to be back on your channel making more content. I'm super pumped about this video today, man.
Yes, because today, guys, we are going to be counting down our top three, or should I say top three cards that we want to see in the game that are not in the game. So it's our favorite cards that we want to be in the game but aren't in a game, and this is all our opinion, right?
Yeah. So these may not come out and be the best cards. These may why did I say that weird? May never even be in the game. These are just characters we would love to see in the game at one point in time. Yeah.
So before we get started, we did just record another video on his channel. It is another 3 cards that we want to see in the game each. So go check that out on CultureCloud's channel. And we're going to get right into this. And you want to start us off, Nano?
Yeah, absolutely. So my number 3, or counting down to my number 1 card over here on your channel, would actually have to be Hit. I really want to see Hit in the game. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. You know, I was saying we may never see some of these, but I feel like it's pretty indefinite we're going to see Hit in this game. But I don't know. I think that he will be a really cool card to have, and I think they'll make him to a point where he'll work into some sort of already established group. Obviously, I don't think we were talking about will he have over in a flash, will he not? I don't think with his abilities he would have over in a flash.
Yeah, I was thinking over in a flash because like his time skip kind of seems like an over in a flash ability because it only lasts like so little. It's like 0.1 seconds.
Yeah. And
he increased it like to like 0.5 seconds or whatever he increased it to. But yeah, I mean, like, for me, a character has to have over in a flash. You know me.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. But yeah, no, I think my number 3 has to be Hit. I really want to see a Hit card. Plus, I think the animations, well, the animations for his super would be cool. But I think his card would look really cool. So that's my number 3. How about you, man?
Okay, so my number 3, by the way, I do agree with Hit. I really want to see Hit in this game. So my number 3 is Hirudegarn from the Wrath of the Dragon movie.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, we need more of these like big characters. Like we got the Great Apes, now we need this guy, this badass guy that like threw like Ultimate Gohan away, that like beat up SSJ3 Gotenks, that like destroyed the Z Fighters by just like moving around with his like no technique whatsoever. No technique, by the way. Just this huge, awesome looking character. And one of my favorite moves in the entire movie was the Dragon Fist. Like it took that much to finally defeat him, which kind of doesn't make sense. I mean, like, how did Ultimate Gohan get knocked out and then SSJ3 Goku knocks this guy? You know what? I don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
This is a card I really want to see. What do you think about that?
Yeah, man. I think this is an awesome pick because it's something I don't think many people would expect on a top list for someone. And you're right, it would be really cool to see in this game, and he'd be just kind of fun to like play around with, and he could actually have probably some pretty cool links that they may introduce. And by the time we may actually even see this card, I mean there's no telling what this game will evolve to and the links we may see. So I don't know. I think he'll have his like own mechanic.
Oh yeah, I can't speak tonight.
I agree.
I think he'll introduce some sort of new mechanic. I don't know, because it's just like his design. He's just so like big, and like I can't think of like an attack that he would like do. And do you think that like when his event comes around, he's gonna be like only like effective against like the only characters that are effective against him are like the Super Saiyan 3 characters?
It would be possible, yeah. And maybe at that point there would be a Super Saiyan 3 Broly in the game.
The Super Saiyan 3 Broly, but I would like it if it was the Super Saiyan 3 characters. So let's get down to your number 2.
So my number 2 would have to be Black. So this is an incredibly new character to us. We've only known him for officially for about 4 weeks now. So I think also this is another no-brainer character for them, especially with them moving into the super characters, it seems, in Japan. But yeah, I really look forward to seeing this character in the game. I think his effects in the show are awesome, so I think his effects in the game would be incredible. And I think the card art,
like that purple aura, right?
Dude, so you and I both talked, and I think people are pretty well aware that we are enjoying this arc a lot. Could you imagine what they could do with his art and like kind of putting him in that like future dystopia, like where future Trunks is from, and like kind of the smoke behind him, and him, like, dude, they could do some really cool things with this card.
I would love to see, like, what I'm imagining is, like, you know how he always stands with like one arm behind his back?
Yes.
Like, I can imagine him doing that, like holding down a blast on his hand with like that earring like shining, the background, everything's destroyed, and like that purple glow around him. Yo, why hasn't Bandai hired me to be their artist yet? I don't understand.
So yeah,
I draw on stick figures, but they get the point.
Yeah. No, so that's definitely what I want to see. And I kind of want to include this on my list over on the other channel, but you know, I thought it would be kind of cool to have this over here on your channel. Definitely. So yeah, I definitely, you know what? Let us know in the comments below. What do you think about Black? Are you enjoying Black and the Super and episodes and all that stuff? So
yeah, just overall, what do you guys think of Dragon Ball Super so far? And like, what do you think of Black as a villain? Because he's really starting to grow on me, like, so much. I love this guy, like, as a villain. Yeah. But another Dragon Ball Super character is going to be my number 2, and that is Vados, Whis' twin sister.
Aw, yeah.
Yeah, dude. She's hot.
I was about to say, is that I can tell what that dude is. I can tell what that's like. You're about to be like, yeah.
Yeah, Bay 2.0, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Vados, super strong too. Apparently, like I remember they said something in Dragon Ball Super where she's like, oh, I'm still stronger than you, and then Whis is like, oh no, I've been training. So she's been stronger than Whis at some point. So that's pretty badass. Like, I mean, I don't see much they can do with her super attacks and stuff like that, because like all Whis does is like a freaking finger beam and like stuns the character or something like that. But I think Vados is going to be like a really interesting card to see. The artwork is what I'm looking for.
Artwork. And that's the thing too, is I hope they explore those characters maybe a little bit more, and we see more of them, like as far as like fighting, and we actually see them do something crazy. Like, I know, like, right now we don't have anything cool to go off of for Whis and stuff, and that's what we would expect from maybe a Vados character, but Vados, however you say her name. But is it Vados? Is that what you said? Vados?
I said Vados.
Vados?
That's how I say it. I don't know if it's right. Vados. Yeah, I think that's the way I've heard it.
Don't critique me on how I'm saying her name, please. Sorry, guys. But you know, I would like to see like some more potential of what they can actually do. So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree too. I mean, what other super attack could they come up with? Because we haven't really seen anything. So like a finger beam is like nothing too OP, but like, I don't know. I don't see them doing like, you know, like a gigantic like Nova. What do you call that? Like the
I could see them. The
death ball, or like the Nova big, like it's called something. It's like the Nova ball or whatever.
The
supernova.
Yeah, supernova cooler, supernova, or the Edict of Destruction. I could see them doing something similar to what Gogeta does to Janemba with his his super, basically.
Yeah, could you imagine them just like touching the character and the character just disappears?
Yeah,
that's OP. But yeah, let's get into your number 1.
So my number 1 over here on your channel, which I would say is probably my number 2 overall, is gonna have to be Omega Shenron. And it, you know, so one thing, and I know this might be a lame choice for this because we won't see it in the game, but dude, his voice is so legit sounding. Like, you can't tell me you don't hear his voice and you're not like, that is a really awesome anime voice. Like,
I agree. I mean, like, also his name is really different from the Japanese dub. It's like, in the Japanese dub, it's like Shaolong. I'm not even gonna try to say it, but Omega Shenron, that name is so badass. It is so freaking badass, and the voice is like, it sounds like it's like a mix of like all the dragons. I don't know if that's what they were trying to go for, but it has like such like it has such a deep voice, right? And it's like I don't know, what do you call it, like it feels like there's like more than one vocal cord. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, kind of like a fused character, like. And so I kind of want to like kind of justify this pick a little bit. So basically the reason why I kind of chose this character is because it definitely comes from playing the games. So not even so much from just from watching GT, but just from playing, like, say, Budokai 2 or Budokai 3. I can't remember if he was in 2. I think he was just in 3. But
in 3.
Yeah, in 3. And it's just something about him was so much fun. Plus, he was super OP in Budokai 3 because he started that. Well, he didn't start out. Like, he consistently had 7 full bars of ki that continually regenerated.
Right. Yeah.
So
dude,
like that.
Damn.
So yeah. So
I just remember that.
That's kind of where this stems from. It's not so much from the anime itself. It's just from more like my memories of playing Budokai 3 and how much I love Budokai 3 and how much I love playing Omega Shenron. So I would definitely love to see this card in the game, and I also think this is a no-brainer for them as well. They've been building up well, right now they're building up to
GT stuff,
to the Super Android 17 stuff, and then after that, I'm sure we'll get some big crazy banner with Omega Shenron. So
well, first, we're gonna see baby Grade 8 Vegeta and possibly SS4 Goku, possibly with that, or are they gonna do something like trolly and give us like Golden Ape Goku instead? But
yeah, so
my number one also ties in with yours.
It
so
does.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
It's
gonna be SS4 Gogeta. Yes, dude, that is the card that everybody wants to see. I can't think of a card that is more hyped than SS4 Gogeta because Super Vegito, freaking badass. He is coming. It's confirmed, right? So the most like the card that I want to see the most, like the unseen cards or the unreleased cards, is SS4 Gogeta because he's gonna have over in a flash. He's a fusion.
Oh yeah, man,
he's
dude,
that Super Saiyan 4 fusion.
We think Gogeta's OP. Wait till we see SS4 Gogeta. Oh my gosh, talk about game breaking. I can only imagine.
I'm predicting now. It's like start of turn, you win. That's the effect.
The weird thing, or kind of what I wanted to talk to you about, was how long do you think it's gonna be before we actually see that card? Like, I think it's gonna be a really long time.
Yeah, I gave you my prediction because okay, let's go back to this. Okay, so they're releasing GT stuff every 2 to 3 months, right? We're 6 months away from the 2-year anniversary, right? On the 1-year anniversary, that's my prediction, and maybe they're gonna drop SS4 Vegeta with that and the Omega Shenron. That's just my prediction, unless they do something like they're gonna cut up the GT event like so much where it's gonna be like 8 parts as opposed to like 5 or 6. But I think it's gonna come around the 2-year anniversary. But that's just a prediction. Yeah,
you could be right. I don't know. At the same time, it could be a lot longer because they want to try and extend this game out as long as they can, and they know the hype behind Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is real. So.
I agree. I mean, it's just like the weird thing is, right? Because you thought, like, at one point I remember you mentioned it to me that, like, a lot of people have said this too, that Super Vegito was going to be the 2-year anniversary, right?
Yeah.
But now that Super Vegito is coming in for the 1.5-year anniversary, then dude, I can't think of any other card that could come in for the 2-year.
You're right.
It has to be Gogeta again.
Well, I don't know, dude. What if they try and hold us off with some other one-off things? Maybe something I might have mentioned on my top 3 over on the video. You guys should go check out on CultureCloud. But what if they try and hold us off and the first Super Saiyan 4 cards are the 2-year anniversary plans?
I mean, that'd still be pretty badass. But then think about this, right? Okay, this goes in more into like theories and stuff like that. Okay, SS4 Gogeta on the 2-year, all right? SS1 Vegeta or Super Vegeta, or sorry, did I say Vegeta or Gogeta? Super Saiyan Gogeta on the 1st year, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta on the 2nd year, and then Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta on year 3.
Yes, okay, that would be pretty amazing. I hadn't even thought about getting into some super kind of fan fiction kind of stuff. I hadn't even thought about that. That would actually be really cool.
That's why you got to think outside the box, Nano.
You know, real quick, before we wrap this up, there was one thing, and I wanted to talk about on my channel. But you know, one thing I hadn't thought about is they're pulling from other games, like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is from Raging Blast and Dragon Ball Heroes. But what about Dokkan Battle creating its own characters that they don't even have to base off? What if they are like
that would be pretty badass.
That would be really cool. So like, what if Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta isn't a thing, but they're like, you know what? We have a huge 100 million plus by that time, I'm assuming, fan base.
Ooh, for sure, dude. I'm guessing like 150 at least.
Yeah. So let's just make this card, make this character no one's ever seen. Let's get our guys. Let's make some awesome cards for it. Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. Oh my God! Right here, Niche Nano. Calling it right now.
Calling it like a Dokkan Battle exclusive card. That would be pretty like smart.
That'd be really cool.
Okay, remember, it's been called, guys. It's been called. From both sides, all right? From both sides, it's been called. But yeah, I mean, the one thing is like I would really like. Okay, yeah, again, that's gonna be like by the 3-year. But I think they still have so much to release, right? And Dragon Ball Super is ongoing. There's gonna be that whole multiverse tournament. Like we're talking about like every single universe. So. There's so much content coming. I mean, I can't see them like running out of characters by then. But if they do, then yeah, I think their only option would be to be like start making like Dokkan exclusive like characters.
Yeah.
But,
there's that, and we also forget that they can easily just rewrite a character. Like you've had Gogeta strength for 2 years. Here's Gogeta agility or Gogeta intelligence or whatever. That's one thing we don't ever talk about either, too. So they can
because they have to
card.
they have to release like 5 of every card, right? Or is it 4? Or no, it's 5. It's like agility, tech, intelligence, physical, and strength, right?
Yeah.
So that would make sense because we got to get another Gogeta. I mean, we're getting another Broly. I totally forgot about that. So yeah, it is an option, guys. But anyways, before we drag this on too long, just want to say thank you for watching, guys. And also, guys, let us know the cards you want to see down below. So just your top 3 cards that are not in the game yet that you want to see. So Nano, you want to say anything before we get out of here?
Yeah, man. Just thanks for having me over on your channel. It's always fun making these collabs with you. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
Yeah. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching.